You know, like I want to start this video because I want to go into something. This is something that I always was keenly aware of. I think that's how they say it, keenly. Like, because I'm a political science major. I was keenly aware of this. But before I kind of show you this, I'm going to show you a trick that was done to us. I must say first, because he's such a brilliant young man, Dane Calloway. This is pretty much pertaining to what he discovered. You have to be careful because, there was so much consciousness coming about at the end of the age of Pisces. There was so much consciousness going into Aquarius. But when he came, I must say, and anybody must say, that it was like he discovered great truth. And if someone did know it, they were not speaking about it. But I guess this may add to his work. And he may have had a video where he said this. I don't know, because I look at so many videos of so many brilliant people that if you get into it like for a week or so, you could miss other videos. But what I wanted to discuss was, and I'm going to show you something, it's a trick. The trick was in the census. See, the discussion about whether we were here or not, it's tricky. I'm not show you what they did, but maybe I ought to give an example, so because if it's a trick, you may not know how to do it. You may find it mind-boggling. But let's say this. I'm gonna give you something real simple, and then I'm gonna go back to what we're talking about. Let's say, like in your grocery store, you go in the grocery store, you got green onions, yellow onions, sweet onions. But let's say back in the day that they went and got some Chinese onions. And then some stupid little clerk, he put all the onions, like Valdalia onions come from damn Valdalia. They don't come from the fucking China. But let's say he put them all in the one bale, and he put Chinese onions in it. So now that Valdalia onion loses its identity. It becomes an onion that came over here from China. You got me? It came from China. And so you can eat the green onion, and the green onion could have came from right around the corner from your neighborhoods, from farmers. But it's got bunched in with all the onions, the small batch of onions that came from China. So now you got a green onion, but it's not called green onion no more. It loses its label. It becomes Chinese onions. And then you have a sweet onion. And all these are a variety of one thing, of one onions. It's just onion. And this is why it can get tricky. And so the sweet onion, it got thrown in that batch, and it's no longer a sweet onion. Not only that, it's no longer from the place that it's really from. It's now a Chinese onion, and the story that we know on Chinese onions is that they're from China. Okay, if you're still with me, check this out, like this. What I'm aware of, because when I came across Dane Calloway, what I was aware of at that time was that there were some people that they went and got from Africa. But the trick of it is that there were people, the crew, the Craw, the Sioux, the Blackfoot, the Tamachichi, they were here. Just like I said, the green onion, the Valentine, all those variety of onions, they were here. But they, just like the onions, when they brought those Africans, because the African story was that they were slaves that were bought from Africa. Let's just say it's just 10 of them. Let's just say it's just 10 slaves that were bought from Africa. I'm going to show you the trick of the census. So now, they bring those slaves from Africa, and everybody looking at them and know that that's them slaves that were bought from Africa. The story on them is that they're Negroes. They named them Negroes. And so they named them Negroes, and everybody know that the story on the Negroes is that they were captured over in Africa and brought here. 10 of them. So to count up all the people in the South, they do a census. And on the census, you come up to that damn table, and they ain't got no damn Creek on it, they ain't got no Sioux on it, they bunch you all together. They got either you white or you I'll label at that particular time. Like, no, they did color, they did black, they did African American, but our label at that time was Negro. So now here you go. We got five native, let's say aboriginals standing in line at the census. Now 5 of them just came. They came all the way together from the Creek Nation. They came up because they doing their census. And then you got 5 more of them. They all look alike though. They all melanated people. Then you got 5 that came from the Blackfoot. They all stand waiting to sign the census. So if you ask them, are they saying like, well, y'all Negroes now. We label y'all. You got to sign right here. You're a Negro. You got to sign right here. You're a Negro. And then you tell like the Yamasee Indian, you sign right here. You're a Negro. But and then 50 years from now, everybody they'll know that the story on the Negro, which is true. See, they mixed the lie in. They mixed the lie in with the truth. See, the lie is that those tribes that were here, they're not Negroes. They're not. Their story is not that you brought them on a ship. But when you labeled that batch, when you labeled that group of people, all of them, you label all of us Negroes. See, it's still, I live in Savannah, right across the bridge in Charleston. It's still Gullah people there. They're Gullahs. They've been Gullahs forever. But when they go do the census, ain't no damn Gullah on there. If they was there back then, they would have to say that they were Negroes. And the story of the Negro is that they were brought here, captured, born here in Africa, enslaved. And now you got a whole nation of melanated people that are Negroes. That's not their story. You put it on when you label them through a census. And I just wanted to do that. And I just wanted to say to Mr. Calloway, Dane Calloway, that you're brilliant, man. And if I in some ways, like I hope that I didn't, I'm just trying to give clarity to it. I don't claim nothing that he claimed, because he claimed truths that nobody had said before, and you have to give him credit for that. But I just wanted to do this video, and I hope it gives you some clarity about how they did the switch, like how they just wiped away the story of that we were here. They wiped it away by putting you in a batch with some people who weren't from here, putting that same label, and then later on, they became colored people. You got a variety of people up north, the North Dakota Indians, the North Dakota this, and then y'all. I can't even say the Indians that were about New York. New York, it's funny about whatever, but they are now Negroes, and the story of the Negroes came from Africa, enslaved. Thank you.